Good morning. So, in continuation of the previous class, previous year question paper, mobile applications, June July 2019, we have seen four questions from module 1, two questions, and module 2, another two questions. Now, today we are going to see the some of the questions from module 3. So better have a pen and paper because some by writing some of the key points, if the same question repeats, then it is easy for you to recall and write the answers. Okay. Module discuss the basic views in Android with a suitable code snippet. So, which are the basic views we have seen so far? Always think basic view is nothing but edit text box, label, right? That is a text. Then the basic views, which is frequently it is visible to the user. Then it's a button. Then radio button. You can create a radio group. From there, you can have a radio button. Then checkbox. Then list. List is apart from basic view because basic list is also there. Then spinner. So some of the key basic views in uh, Android. So with a suitable snippet code, you can write the uh, snippet code for Android. Like for example, edit a text box for to display the text view. Text view control is used. Text, size of the text, alignment of the text, foreground color of the text, background color of the text, and so on. So snippet code for the view, for text view. One of the snippet code for the button is button ID. Provide the property of the button ID. Layout width. Specify the match parent or wrap content depending on the type which you are placing onto the view. Then layout height. Then text which is going to display onto the button. So this is the one basic view you can write for the button. Similarly, you go with the remaining buttons like suppose edit text, edit text, in 1 minute, yes. So here you can ask for 8 marks. You can describe and write the snippet code. Usually each view carries 2 marks. So what is that view? What is the purpose of using that view? And display the content. and right views. So the internet is little slow. Okay, you can see the views, different views type. The general syntax of the view is here. The general syntax of view is this. That is view name. Which view you are going to write? Attribute one, value one, attribute two, value two, etc. and so on. Suppose it is display. So the default ID attribute is required. Then value, that is string. Then remaining is optional one. Height you need to specify explicitly. If it is edit text, text box related to the text box attribute. If it is button, button view related to the button attributes. Okay, it's a general syntax. After writing this one, you can write the text view, edit text, button view, then radio button. Any four. There are several are there. Checkbox is there. Several are there. Among that, you can have any four. So some of the used Android class view class are text view, default, edit text, button, image view, image button, checkbox, radio button, list view, grid view, date picker, spinner, etc. Among the several list, choose any four which you are comfortable and perfect to write the answer, and describe each. Write the definition of text view. What is the use of text view? Text view is similar to a label. It helps to user to read the activity. Edit text is a text box. It accepts the input given by the user. Then button to start the event and interaction with the application from the user, you can make use of button. Image view, to place the image content onto the activity, image view is used. Image button, image is embedded with the button. This again, it generates the event of action from user to application. Checkbox, to allow the user to choose a multiple choice of options. You can go with checkbox. Radio button, alternate option to choose the alternate options. You can. So after writing definition, write the syntaxes of each. You will get the good marks for that. So another, if you are able to write the figure, it's a one figure it is displaying here. This is our app is a label. It is called as text view. Checkbox view. Option one, option two is means multiple options are provided to the user to select. Then radio button view is alternate options are given. Edit text view is use allowed the user to edit the type the text. Image button view is this button. Then image view is the image you are going to place on the activity. Button view is here enter. So if you are able to write the diagram, corresponding diagram also, it is the value added to your answer. Okay, clear. Then the next question is write a note on time picker view and date picker view. So write a note on time picker view and date picker view. So time picker view, again it's a built-in application, built-in component. It's another view. From that, you choose a time either from digital format or from the analog format. Time picker, time picker view. So picker views enable users to select from a list such as time picker and date picker. So now look into the time picker. The time picker view enables user to select a time of the day in either 24-hour mode or AM/PM mode. It's a 24-hour mode is a digital clock. AM/PM mode is the even that also digital clock, and also you can have a analog clock to display to the user to choose. So the snippet code for this is time picker view dot snippet code is namespacing and linear layout namespacing. Then here you can just see the time picker Android ID. Specify the ID for the time picker. Specify the layout width and height. Then button is provided. After selection, set the new. When you click on that, it will call the on click method, which is going to be uh, dis, uh, accept the event generated by the user. So when you select that one button, when you click that one, it will call this and it is going to set that I am all set. So this time picker, it's a snippet code. You can write the time picker snippet code. Similarly, date picker. Date picker is another view similar to the time picker. Using date picker, you can enable users to select a particular date on the activity. It's looking like here, here in a digital format as well as in the normal calendar format. So you can specify that using date picker. So this is the GUI of the date picker, Android ID date picker, and time picker. Both date picker and time picker is embedded into a activity. This is the snippet code you can write. Okay. So it was asked for 8 marks. Write a note on. So first write the definition for the time picker view. Then write the snippet code for the time picker view. See, one more thing what I observed is most of you only return the GUI coding, you are required to write the handling of the GUI code also. Most of you written .xml coding only. You need to write .java code also. Snippet code is that complete code. Complete code is nothing but not from the beginning of that XML namespacing to till closing. In between the snippet of that particular view, you can write it. Sir, class ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ. Similarly, date picker view. Next, any doubts in this? Fine. Now question 6 from module 3. What are the different methods for getting location data? What are the different methods for getting location data? The one is satellite view. The another one is GPS. The another one is Google Map. From these three ways, you can retrieve the location information. See, observe here, it is not asked here to write the code for fetching so and so, right? So, since here, in the previous years, there was no lab attached to this subject, but in this and previous year, there was a lab. So, you are required to be write the snippet code if it is asked exclusively, or if you want to get a good marks, you can write the code. So different methods of getting location data. So one is geolocation. Using geolocation services, that is GPS, you can fetch the getting the location data. The another one is through satellite, you can fetch the location data. The third one is the longitude and latitude of a specific location. So mobile devices are commonly equipped with GPS receivers. Because of many satellites orbiting the Earth, you can use a GPS receiver to find your location easily. However, GPS requires a clear sky to work and hence does not always work indoors or where satellites can't penetrate. If cloudy environment is there, then you are difficult to get the location data. If it is a clear sky, probably you will get the location. Even though if you are inside the buildings, there is a chances of not getting the location. That's the limitation of the GPS service. So another effective way to locate your position is through cell tower triangulation. Cell tower triangulation. So when a mobile is switched on, it is constantly in contact with base stations surrounding it. It keeps on searching for the signal of the tower of internet service provider. Based on that, it is trying to get the location data through cell tower triangulation. Excuse me. When a mobile phone is switched on, it is constantly in contact with base stations surrounding it. Okay, that's the another way of fetching the getting the location data. Then, by knowing of the identity of cell towers, it is possible to translate this information into a physical location through the use of various databases containing the cell towers, identities, and their exact geographical locations. Okay, so approximate distance from each tower is calculated based on that exactly at what location your phone is resided or placed. So the advantage of cell tower triangulation is even though your mobile is inside the building, you are able to keep track of it. So, but yes, it is able to access inside, but there is a possibility of overlap of the signals. Due to that accuracy, again, it depends on the signal coverage. So, cell tower triangulation works best in densely populated areas where the cell towers are closely located. So, look here, one tower is within the campus, the another tower is near to the CRPF, the another tower is near to the somewhere else here, Singanai. So, if it is able to form the triangulation, if your mobile phone is moving around this triangular coverage area, there is a possibility of getting the location. Okay. Then a third method of locating your position is to rely on Wi-Fi triangulation. So rather than connect to the cell towers, the device connects to a Wi-Fi network and checks the service provider against databases to determine the location serviced by the provider. So if your mobile is within the campus, Wi-Fi enabled, if it is Wi-Fi connected, then through the Wi-Fi routers also to able to locate the device. So the another way is to through the Google Map, you can locate the location of the device. This is the snippet code of getting the location of the device. GeoPoint is needed, that is the maps package is required. In that maps, which are all the features you can use, GeoPoint, that is X, Y, Z coordinate you can access. Map activity, if any map is present to locate a location, map activity is used. Map controller is used to zoom in, zoom out actions. Map view is for displaying the map, and overlay, if any signals are overlaid, that it is going to control here. Context, current, bitmap, bitmap factory, canvas. Canvas is used to draw the map onto an activity. The point is used to fix the point of access. Address, geocoder, location, location listener, location manager. These are all used for the managing the location. Okay, then motion event, key events are here important, because when you are moving from one place to another place, motion needs to be keep track of the coordinates of the device. Okay, location based activities extends map activity. So you require to have a instance of map view controller and geopoint and location manager and location listener. 5 different uh, objects are needed. Then after that, map overlay extends API, that is com.google.androidmaps.overlay. Since several packages are there under the maps, you exclusively specify the path of it to reuse this overlay in this map overlay. So called when the activity is first created, on create method is used. Then remaining is same as usual. You are identifying the each UI activity views here by find view by their ID, resource dot identifier dot map view. You are identifying it's a map view. Then you are setting the zoom control is true, means it is allow you to zoom in and zoom out of the map activity. Then set satellite view, it is true. Then set traffic. Traffic also is going to be displayed on the Google Map or map. Through the get controller, map controller, you are controlling zooming, satellite view, and traffic view. And in beginning, you are setting the default coordinates longitude and latitude. So you are fetching through this latitude and latitude. Then you are setting the new point of access where exactly your device now it is located with the help of animated 2 from current location to which new location it is needed to be set. Through geocoder, new geocoder is going to fetch after setting the values. That value is going to be pushed onto the map. From that map, location is need to be identified. From that location, it is need to be get display onto the user activity. So that things it is happening in this location marker. So map overlay, new map means it is a lengthier code, but in the question, look into the question what exactly it is asked. It is only asked to discuss the explanation. So if you are interested to write, it is a value added to the answer. Okay, clear. So to access the map, you require to use the permissions. One is internet permission, another one is access file location permission. These two needs to be enabled or embedded in the manifest.xml file. Okay. Then discuss APK file deployment in detail. Android package file. APK stands for Android. So what is the deployment procedure? First, create a project, add the manifest file, provide the permissions, then write the XML GUI activity Android main activity.xml, provide the all GUI components, then write the .java components. Then where to go in the tools? There is an option called as build. Then click on build. After the build APK. Then once it is built, then deployment procedure is what? Deploy. So it is going to create the .apk. Then that .apk can be deployed in the Google Play Store, or you can make use of the same directly to your emulator, or you can make use the same APK to a real-time device. So this procedure needs to be explained. Okay, that's about module 3, question 5, AB, and question 6, AB. Any doubt is there? Clear? Fine. So let's go with one more question today. Module 4. Module 4, question number 7A. Explain the procedure for sending an SMS through Android application with a code segment. With a code segment. See here exclusively asked to write the code. Again it is asked for 8 marks. First write the procedure. What is the procedure? What needs by the SMS? SMS consists of two destination address, from address, message body, right? Send method is required. SMS.send method is required. In that method, to address, from address, message body. Remaining two are the pending intent and intent. So if you are accepting the delivered message back to the SMS service, other two parameter is needed. Otherwise, not required. So only sending SMS, delivery, no delivery confirmation means last two is just skipped. Or you can access, if you want to get the delivery acknowledgement, then you can put all the five attributes. So we'll go through that SMS discussion now. See, SMS messaging, it requires what is SMS? Short messaging service, right? This is write the definition for that. Then after that, we'll go with the discussion on the technical part of the SMS. Okay. Here, this is the snippet code. Better have a screenshot of it, or you can note down. SMS dot send text message method. In the send text method, there are five fields: 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 fields, 5 arguments for the send text SMS. So the first argument is destination address, to whom you want to send. That is recipient number you need to specify exclusively here. Then the second is source address. So service center address means via which service center you are sending your message. Service center is nothing but it is a server here in between, to establish a communication between you and the destination address. So in between service center is present. That is the second parameter. Suppose sometimes you are sending messages internally application, then service center won't be exist. So that's why it is set to null here. Then third is the message, that is text. The SMS has the message content. The fourth is sent intent. It is a pending intent to invoke when the message is sent. To keep track whether the SMS is delivered to the other person or not for the confirmation acknowledgement, these last two parameters are used: sent intent and delivery intent. Okay, sent intent and delivery intent help us to keep track whether the message sent is delivered or not delivered. This is the one simple snippet code you can write along with the explanation of the answers. Next, 7b. Define service. How do you create your own service in Android? Explain with a snippet code. Define service. What is service? Service is also a activity which sometimes it is able to make made it visible to the user. Sometimes it runs behind the scene. So here service is nothing but a thread. Service is nothing but a thread. Android services. Android services, yes. Just you refer, a service is a component that runs in the background to perform long running operations without needing to interact with, and it works even if application is destroyed. A service can essentially take two states. So usually the service is nothing but a thread of action. It has two variant, that is, one is visible to the user, another one is non-visible to the user. Usually services running at the background, operating system services you can think of. Those are keep on running whether the foreground action is going or it is idle, right? State and script started means it is started and it calls the start service, and a service can run in the background indefinitely. For example, the life of operating system, when you switch on the power till switch off, your mobile phone is active, right? From switch on to switch off state, in between maybe you switched on today, after 1 year 2 year you may be shut downing your the mobile phone. In between these life of that operating system is these 2 years, right? So services are running at the background the same, especially operating system services. If the second state is bound is if it needs the user interaction. In that case, the bound service is used. Client server interface that allows component to interact with the service, send request, get results, even do so across processes with inter-process communication. In the case of if the user interaction is needed to provide the service, then second kind of the thing is used, that is bound service. Started service and bound service. Started is usually runs behind the scene. A bound service, it might run behind the scene, but it is expected the user interaction. So life cycle of the service activity of unbounded and bounded is: unbounded service running, on create, on start, on destroy. So bounded with user interaction with the service. One more additional stage is involved here. Snippet code of it is you can have the service class, extend the service class, start, binder, allow, rebind, on create method. Means if you are able to write this diagram, then you can easily write on create when the service is on start when service is up, service is running, it is a continuous state. On destroy when service is stopped. Service is shut down when the application is closed. Right? This snippet code you can write on start, on bind, on unbind, etc. and so on. You can create your own service. You can bind that service for the activity class using this code. Start service method, stop service method. You are binding that through the intent. Get base content, that is current activity, and you are binding that to the my service class. Similarly, to stop, current context, my service class. My service class, which will have the all the methods. It will have the all the method. My service, all the method to start and stop the service. Okay. This is the one snippet code for your question number 7B. I hope I made you understand, and some of the key points I have given. If the same question repeats in near future examination, probably it helped to score very good marks. Okay, fine. Thank you. In next class, we are going to discuss the module 4, question number 8, module 5, 9 and 10. Fine. Okay. If any other question papers, if you have, you can share and we will have a discussion. Okay. Thank you.